Hey there, gorgeous people. Welcome back to You're Not Broken, the podcast for real people who are healing out loud, learning and becoming the best versions of themselves one step at a time. I'm Tracey Race, your panic-free coach, a registered nurse for 31 years and still practicing, a certified mental health and wellness coach, and a behaviour change specialist, and someone who's walked this path of anxiety and self-doubt and depression, and I'm still navigating it and walking just life in general and trying to live the best life I can. Today, I'm talking about something that we all wrestle with, even little people. It's that nagging critic. You know the one. The voice that whispers, you're not good enough. Why even bother? Why are you going for that job? No, I don't think you should do it. Remember you fell over and hurt yourself last time? What are people going to say if you do that? So we're going to explore why this voice shows up, the science behind it, and most importantly, how to quieten it so you can get on living the best life that you want, going for those jobs that you want, taking those risks, and just feeling more free and joyful. Let's start with a bit of science. What exactly is this inner critic? From a neuroscience perspective, it's linked to a part of your brain called the default mode network. This is the storytelling part of our brain, the part that runs when you're daydreaming or reflecting or worrying. Dr. Ethan Kross, who's a psychologist, author of a book called Chatter, has shown that our inner voice has benefits. It can help us plan and analyze, and actually that we learn from mistakes, we remember. But when it goes into a self-sabotage mode, that's when it kicks in and it goes into overdrive, and that's what we don't want. That's the one that's kind of bossing us around and doesn't stop, and this is when our self-criticism comes in, and that's because it activates the amygdala, which is another part of our brain which lights up when it's feeling threatened. Because a long time ago, the caveman days, the real threats were literally there was tigers and you go outside your cave, and to survive, you have to know where the threats are. And then your brain has to remember that. So it's a part of our brain that keeps us safe. And what happens is it triggers a hormone called cortisol, which is why you literally feel things in your body. Your heart might race, your stomach churn and get tense, mine does, and you might even feel a bit frozen in the moment, that fight or flight. So when this inner critic gets very loud, it isn't sometimes just in your head, it is what you're feeling, and that's often what we start to feel uncomfortable with as well. We've got the combination of these thoughts and these feelings because your brain and body feels like it's under attack, even though the attack may be actually just coming from inside you. You're seeing this job, you're sick of your job, you're bored of your job, and you see a job come up and you want to apply for that job, but you're like, oh no, but what if I get rejected? What if they say no? What if when I do get it, though, I'm not good enough? All of these thoughts come in, and what it can actually do is you don't even bother trying for that job, but you're still unhappy because you're still a bit bored. And so it's when we're pushing outside of that comfort zone and our brain recognizes that, oops, it's under attack. So how do we control it? This is where it can get quite interesting because, and we might have different voices as well. You might have a critical voice. You might have the perfectionist voice. You might have the people pleaser voice. Okay. But what we want to do is we want to try and calm that voice down and still do what we want to do. We want to be able to get into this prefrontal part of our brain, which is where the higher thinking comes from, and the critical part, the good thinking, comes from. It's a bit about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Yes, you may still feel a little bit uncomfortable, but instead of that stopping you, you can do it while maybe feeling and thinking a little bit of this stuff. Yeah. In my life, yep, I've got a few different voices. I've got a perfectionist voice. I have got the self-doubt voice. Doing these podcasts, I've been wanting to do these podcasts for a while, but what has stopped me? Oh, I don't know what platform. But the big thing is I'm going to be judged. I'm going to look stupid. Do I really know enough? Why am I really wanting to do this? I'm sure there's lots of people that do it. I love watching podcasts. I'm like, oh my God, they say it's so much better than me. Their words are so much better than mine. And that might be true. But the thing is, I have got a lot of experience. I have got a lot of scientific certificates and all sorts. I'm a mother. I am the coach. I am the nurse. But I wish I was told these things a long time ago when I was a lot younger. It's just knowing there's nothing actually wrong with you. You're just normal. And a lot of these stories and things, they started when we were very young because we've needed to keep ourselves safe. That's the whole point of it, okay? But, that story or that way of keeping me safe might have been fine when I was 2 or 3. to stop me from falling over, to stop me from putting something in the socket, to stop me from getting beaten up, whatever. But that doesn't necessarily apply now when I do want to go for that job, when I do want to do these podcasts, when I want to put myself out there and go, hey guys, I'm available as a coach. I can help you make the changes that you want to do. I've got so many different tricks and tips. Yeah. And so how do we do it? We often have to learn how to do it with Saboteur. Other practical tools is all about straight away we want to name and notice. So when your critic shows up, so might feel it in your body because you've got that stress response. Okay, you're going to apply for that job, and straight away you might think yes, and then you get no, why not? Starting to feel it straight away when you start to. This is when you want to name it. We want to create some distance because it is just a part of us, but it's not all of us. By turning the voice down instead of being bossed by it, naming it's really powerful. Mine, I call her Negative Nancy. And she comes up like a wave. I get all tense in my stomach. And often I'm like, what's going on here? Why do I feel threatened? Okay, I just want to talk to this about you. Why am I feeling scared about it? Well, the thing is because I don't want to be judged. I don't want to feel stupid and whatever else. But I still want to do this. I don't want that to be so loud that it stops me from doing this because I can help lots of people potentially, or I can just share this so you can help yourself and achieve what you really want to achieve. Go for that job that you want to do. Give that speech that you want to do, whatever it is. So when it comes up, you'll feel it in your body and that's the first thing's naming and noticing it. You go, here's Negative Nancy. Okay, you're feeling threatened. Thank you, mind and body. I've got this. And then to help calm us down even more, because you can do this quite subtly, is taking a few breaths. Now, you can't be in fight, flight and calm at the same time. You want to get out of fight, flight mode and you want to get into calm mode. This is where our breath is incredibly important, especially if you're taking breaths through your nose or just your mouth. And it might be just start with 3 slow breaths. And what that does is it flicks out of fight, flight. It tells your body and nervous system, I'm actually safe. I'm okay. And so the cortisol level drops a bit. Okay, you're in the present moment, or think about where are your feet, where's your bum, or what are you sitting on, can you feel, what can you smell? What that does is brings you into the present moment. It's self-compassion, and then it's telling yourself, and you're talking to yourself like a friend, going, hey, you've got this. You're not under threat. Yes, you're just trying something different, but how cool will it be if you do get that new job? How cool will you feel if you can now do that exercise that you couldn't do? I'm also learning to play the guitar and learning to crochet at the moment. I'm always learning lots of things. Instead of telling myself, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Oh my God, I'm never going to get this because I'm feeling that. I'm like, that's okay. I've got this. It's just learning. I haven't done it before. I don't need to be scared about it. It's just practice. Talk to myself nicely, self-compassion. And then it's little steps. Yes, courage, where does it come from? It comes from practicing things. It's all about learning to do it while you're feeling uncomfortable. You let the little voice get a little bit quieter. Another reminder that we need sometimes is that our brains are triggered for worst case scenario, like I say, because our brains are built for survival, not necessarily learning and taking on things differently. And our brain is like Velcro for negativity. You might even know some people, or you might feel it yourself. Why do I always think worst case scenario? Something must be wrong with me. Why can't I be more positive? Well, the thing is, you can learn to. It's just recognizing once again, oh, here I go again. The negative Nancy turns up. The worrier turns up. The panicker turns up. The perfectionist turns up. That's okay. It's just safety. I'm feeling safe. Thanks, Nancy. I've got you. I want to be attracting the positive. It's all good. I've got this. So remember, your inner critic, your inner voice is actually part of you. It's not the total part of you. It's also a bit like driving on the bus. Who do you want to drive the bus? Do you want them just to be the passenger at the back? Fine, name her. Thanks very much for turning up, Nancy. You can just shift to the left. Or you can just hold my hand like an adult does for a little child to cross the road. We're still going to cross the road. I'm still going to learn that. I'm still going to apply for that job with a little bit of safety net. So thanks for being there. I've got this. It's not too scary, really. And then how much better you'll feel when you push through it. If this episode has spoken to you, please share it with someone else. Everyone needs to know about our inner critics. They are normal. It's biology, but sometimes they can keep us stuck. and stop us from doing things. And I'm sick of hearing that. And would you shut up and whatever else? Yeah. So you be the boss. If you want to go deeper with this, no problem. Connect with me. We can have a free chat, 30 minutes. I can tell you how to control that little inner critic if you want more. But please share this with others. And I hope this has helped you, because it certainly helped me knowing now negative Nancy ain't the boss of me. She's there to keep me safe. Thanks very much. But I've got this. So take care out there, people. Ciao for now.